Hello there. After all the festive fun and games, you must be ready for a bit of footy by now. Well, we've got a Boxing Day blockbuster of blinders and blunders for you on Match of the Day. And no shortage of blarney too. Mark Lawrenson and Garth Crooks are with us. We'll see all 20 Barclays Premiership sides, but we start with the champions, the league leaders Chelsea, who face their local rivals Fulham. The commentator at Stamford Bridge was Jonathan Pearce.
For Fulham, it's that dreaded Boxing Day visit to the neighbours who have everything, know they do, but will still show little seasonal goodwill on the pitch. Chelsea have won 11 league games here in a row. They haven't conceded a goal in 11 hours and 29 minutes of football, and Fulham haven't won here in the top flight since Cilla Black was top of the pops 41 years ago. 3 changes for Chelsea, no cover.
14 of those goals were against Newcastle. Today he returns to Anfield for the first time as an opposition player, having already scored 7 times in 8 appearances for the Magpies. 2 changes to the Liverpool side that started the Club World Championship final. Crouch and Risa return, Warnock drops to the bench, Sissoko is suspended. 5 changes to the Newcastle lineup. Taylor, Babayano and Zogbia, Bowyer and Luque all come in. Alan Shearer needs 1 more goal to equal Jackie Milburn's record of 200 for the club. Here's Gerrard. Morientes. Still Morientes. Might go all the way here. Given out bravely to smother the ball at his feet. And Newcastle put it behind for the first corner of the match. Didn't look to be too much on for Fabio Morientes when he picked up possession. Finner. Here for Xabi Alonso. In towards Crouch, gets his head to the ball. Pugh is denied by an instinctive one-handed save by Shea Given. Herpia. Gerrard. Right across the face of goal. Very bright start indeed by Liverpool. Shea Given preventing Newcastle conceding. Alonso. Here's Garcia. Crouch. Gerrard. Gerrard! Goal number 13 for Steven Gerrard this season. And Liverpool are in front against Newcastle.
Liverpool's first goal, Steven Gerrard.
Lovely ball in. Crouch with the cushioning of the ball. Gerrard looked as though he might have hit it first time. Decided against that. Was he going to hit there? No, he wasn't. But he most certainly hit it there. First blood to Liverpool. Liverpool 1, Newcastle 0. Ramage. Flag stays down. Luque, he's got in behind the Liverpool defence. Too high for Owen. And put behind by Risa, with Bowyer applying the pressure. Newcastle's first corner of the match. Luque to take it. Curling in towards Rayner's goal, and he had to palm that one over the Liverpool keeper. One Spanish international denying another. Morientes up against Taylor, who's gone down injured. That looked like handball from Morientes. Newcastle unhappy with the challenge on the defender. Stephen Taylor hasn't played since the 5th of November because of injury, and that looks like a dislocated shoulder for the Newcastle defender, and he may face another period on the sidelines. Taylor is replaced by Titus Bramble. Titus Bramble getting a better reception from the Liverpool fans than he did from the Newcastle ones. Eiffel here to Morientes. Luis Garcia looking to put it onto his left foot. Was he brought down? Yes, he was. Fouled by Babayano. It's Steven Gerrard. Gibbon parks the ball away. And Liverpool can't make anything of the follow-up. Another super stop from Shea. Crouch is again the target. Bramble with the header this time though for Newcastle. Shot from Luis Garcia. Morientes somehow manages to find Kuhl. Crouch with the header. Has that gone over? The flag is up on the far side and Liverpool have scored a second goal, and it is Peter Crouch who has got it. There were 5, almost 6 seconds of total indecision around Anfield there. Liverpool supporters wondering whether that ball had indeed crossed the line. There it had. My word, that's close though.
Liverpool's second goal, Peter Crouch.
Crouch with the header. Does this cross the line? The whole of the ball. Just. That is a goal. Chance for Liverpool to break in the final seconds of this first period. Morientes. Crouch is onside. Chance for a third for Liverpool. It's still Crouch. Luis Garcia. How on earth did Garcia miss that? Crouch in plenty of space. Created a bit more room for himself. Then he was crowded out. And somehow Luis Garcia scooped the ball over the bar. Gerrard hits the ball towards Morientes, off the line by Solano. Liverpool fans howling for handball against the Peruvian. Well, that certainly did seem to strike Solano's arm. Is that a mark on Solano's sleeve where the ball struck him? Heaviest header. Solano. Ball played across by Shearer. Looking for Owen in the middle. Disappointing return so far to Anfield for Michael Owen. Fabiano. Maria tried to turn. Alonso. Challenges by Fabiano. And afters as well from Lee Bowyer. Alonso is down on the ground, and this is not what we want to see. We are going to see cards, no doubt about that, but what colour will they be? It's a straight red for Lee Bowyer. Graham Souness's afternoon goes from bad to worse. And it's a yellow card for Peter Crouch. Alonso challenged by Babayaro. Bowyer in very hard indeed. Crouch with the push. Gerrard getting involved, Shearer getting involved. And the end result is that Newcastle are down to 10 men. This is Bramble. 5. Dispossessed by Luis Garcia. Here comes Gerrard. Cisse wants it on this near side. Djibril Cisse! Given again to Newcastle's rescue. Cisse looking for his 12th goal of the season. Must have thought he was going to get it as well.
We're in control for a lot of the game, and I think, you know, we had a chance to probably, you know, extend the lead, but you know, 2-0 I think we were always comfortable because you know, I thought we thoroughly deserved the win.
Michael Owen must be particularly disappointed about his return to Anfield today.
Yeah, well, Liverpool deserve a lot of credit. I mean, they've kept so many clean sheets this season, and their defence and the goalkeeper and the whole team as a unit have been defending fantastic, you know, so we knew Michael's chances would be very slim today. But we got to give him better service as a team as well. I don't think Michael really had a sniff of goal all day, and you know, we got to look at that.
I think we're playing really well. I think we can still improve a little bit. I'm sure the manager's going to strengthen again really soon, and I think the future's looking bright, but we've got to keep doing what we've been doing of late, which is defending, keeping clean sheets and putting the chances away at the other end.
It's a good combination, and they're doing it very well at the moment, Mark.
Extremely well, very comfortable. And once as well that Boyer was sent off, Newcastle went down to 10, they just sat back. It was a case of, look, we'll set up for a 2-0 defeat. Bad day for Michael Owen. Didn't really have any service whatsoever. She said a good day for Liverpool. The only problem, I think, overall, looking at the game, is the sending off.
Yeah, what did you make of it?
Well, unfortunately for him, and he does carry this reputation, I think he's a little bit unfortunate, Gary, because the ball's played in, Babayaro plays it in goes Alonso for the first time, nicks the ball away, then goes into the tackle with Babayaro, which isn't particularly good, and then this is the one, and Boyer just catches him, but it's the reaction then of everybody. They all come in. Crouch pushes him away. Finnan helps him on his way. Shearer decides to join in. He gets a push from Stevie Gerrard. And in the end, I mean, it's handbags, isn't it? But the problem then is Boyer gets sent off. Now, I think at worst, it was a yellow for him. Crouch got a yellow, which was right.
And Gerrard and Shearer could possibly have had them as well.
Well, certainly Stevie Gerrard, he'll count himself lucky not to have got a yellow. But I do think it was the reaction or the overreaction of the Liverpool players, really, that got Boyer sent off.
I do think, Gary, that Lee Bowyer is suffering from a tarnished reputation. I'd hate to think that Mike Halsey was picking on him, and if so, it's unfair. He's a player like anybody else on the pitch, and I thought it was an overreaction, as Mark was saying. I just hope he wasn't suffering from a reputation that we all know.
OK, well, on the positive note, another good performance from Gerrard, apart from his little shove there on Shearer.
Mr. Liverpool.
Terrific goals.
Oh, it's just such a great goal. Build-up play down the right for Liverpool. There we are, we circle him, foreground. And not on you go, boys, just get on with it. And he's away. And it's the run, it's the timing of the run, it's his touch as well. His first touch is sensational. Great finish. Just watch the touch. Kidded the defender. Waited to see where Shea Given was. And to be honest with you, we do him every week.
Yeah.
Don't we? We show him every week, and you sometimes think, well, we can't show Gerrard again, can we? Well, yeah, we can, because he is that good for them. He is, as Lampard is for Chelsea.
Yeah, special.
Let's keep both of those two fit for June. Well, despite Manchester United's early Champions League exit, their league form of late has been pretty good. 6 wins from the last 7 games. Visiting Old Trafford were West Brom, and I think we all know that at this time last year, the Baggies were bottom. Not even in the relegation zone this Christmas. Tony Gubba was at Old Trafford.
It's a throw-in. Gary Neville trying to steal an advantage. Here's Ferdinand. Park. Neville, who's a good crosser of the ball. That's a great cross. Goals! Oh, what a good chance in the opening few moments. And you can wind that back to a perfect delivery from Gary Neville. Well, there are some so-called wingers who can't cross as good as that. Ferdinand to Park. Scholes. Ferdinand gets beyond Gary Neville. Nicely laid back by Van Nistelrooy. Here's Park. Good strike! Well, the first South Korean to play in the Premiership, still looking for his first goal in the Premiership. Here's Gary Neville, who can cross with either foot. There's a little push just as that ball was in the air. It'll be a free kick. Looks like Paul Robinson, who's down injured, the player who's been man-marking Wayne Rooney. There was a little push by Rooney as that ball came, but it was the collision that Robinson had with his own defender which has caused the injury. It looked as if Paul Robinson just said then, I'm all right. O'Shea. Scholes. Ferdinand. Oh, Ferdinand galloping forward into the penalty area, slides it across. Here's Park, managing to shield it. Scholes! Well, he's had a couple of earlier attempts, and immediately after Albion lose Paul Robinson through injury, it's Paul Scholes who opens the scoring after a surging run forward by Rio Ferdinand. Played the ball into Park and then galloping through 2 Albion defenders. There was a deflection off the heels of Chaplow, but Scholes burying that with the left foot. Gary Neville. Van Nistelrooy. Cut out by Chaplow at the expense of the corner. Albion doing their best to keep it to 1-0 at half-time. As Giggs takes the corner. Ferdinand! Oh, yes! Oh! A header of which any centre-forward would have been proud. He got in front of the defender, under the crossbar, beyond the despairing hand of Kuszczak, and it will be 2-0 at half-time, despite Albion's best efforts, as Rio Ferdinand scores his second goal of the season. Scholes moved it on quickly. Little back flick by Van Nistelrooy, and that spins away to Rooney. Now he's got one defender in front of him. One more. Rooney! Ooh. He's bearing down on goal. Look at that. It's a real blockbuster of a strike. Ferdinand. Neville. Park. Smith. Van Nistelrooy! Oh yes, that is absolutely fantastic. And Van Nistelrooy runs to acknowledge the quality of the cross, and Smith in turn might acknowledge the ball that was played down the line for him by Park. He just moved it into the path of the United player who'd come on as a substitute. And Alan Smith, having been a striker himself, knew just where Ruud van Nistelrooy wanted that. And that is goal number 16 for the season for the Premiership's top goal scorer. And that is that as far as the points are concerned. Giggs. Rooney. Well, he pulled it back nicely to where Scholes might have been, but Park's got that. Van Nistelrooy, Kuszczak saved it. You never know where the next chance is going to come from Manchester United. And Smith's lost it. Greening to Walwork, to Campbell. Here's Walwork. Well, he explaining to Kamara that he was within his rights to go for goal. He was close enough and tried to squeeze that beyond Van der Sar. An unexpected goal scorer for you today. Rio Ferdinand gets his second goal in December.
The second goal in one season. The target it is 5, so we still miss 3 goals until the end of the season.
Have you set that target, or is that his target?
This is our target until the end of the season.
It was working very well until Robbo unfortunately got concussed.
And what is the latest on him?
Well, he was awake after a minute or so. In the dressing room after the game, he had a headache. So the doctors send him for a checkup, and hopefully he'll be okay.
Carlos Queiroz tells us that he set you a target of 5 goals for the season. Is that right?
Yeah, well, we spoke at the beginning of the season. He said that, so fingers crossed I can get a few more. And I said that the more goals that we get spread around the team, I think the better it is. I mean, if you're going to have a chance of winning anything, you can't just rely on your 2 front men to score the goals.
Rio Ferdinand, goal machine. Now, the last time Harry Redknapp managed a side against West Ham, he was in charge of Bournemouth back in the 80s. As Portsmouth boss for the second time, you faced the team he managed for nearly 7 years. Simon Brotherton was at Fratton Park.
Silva finding Robert for Portsmouth. Loire just ahead of him. Silva waiting in the centre. O'Neill is up in support as well. Konchesky's got his hands full there. Oh, and it was a very anxious moment. A decision from the referee which has gone West Ham's way in the early stages, you feel. Konchesky's lost out. It's Loire. Robert. O'Neill! It's a goal that Portsmouth deserve. In the 17th minute, Gary O'Neill with a vital goal for Portsmouth. They need points at home for survival, and this is the way to go about it. And there are few better places to be than Fratton Park when the crowd are in full throng, unless you are the opposing manager. Away by Priska. Flag stays down. Lua will be beaten to the ball by Roy Carroll. Oh, that was very close to being outside the penalty area there. That was a very dangerous moment for Roy Carroll. Not surprisingly, the crowd are baying, suggesting that he was outside the box. The key here is where the ball is, not where his feet are. And the ball is right over the line as he grabs it. A very close decision, but a correct one by the officials. And Danny Gabidon, clearly returning from injury a little too early to replace Thomas Repka, who was injured, and now he's been forced off himself. And if anything else goes wrong, there are no alternative solutions for Alan Pardew. He has used all 3 substitutes already. This is Etherington now for West Ham, who have another injury here, and it is a yellow card, which I think has been shown to Laurent Robert. Here's the incident once again as the ball moved forward very quickly, and I think effectively Robert trod on his foot there. Looks as though he's still feeling it a little bit though, it must be said. And the way things are going, he'll need more paper in the second half. Play there by Portsmouth in midfield. It was O'Neill, and this is Lua. Robert's in space, but Lua goes for glory. Wasn't far away from making it 2-0 there. Roy Carroll nearly spilling it. Harewood, determined, good poise. Oh, and he's really unlucky. That was superb play by Marlon Harewood, and West Ham are very unlucky not to be level. Zamora. The attack not yet finished. Fletcher. Portsmouth trying to block the path to goal. Konchesky gets a free kick, is fouled, and doesn't like the challenge from Gary O'Neill. Matthew Taylor gets involved as well. And it's a feisty Boxing Day at Fratton. West Ham ending up with basically a corner. Sean Newton. Ferdinand up. Collins! West Ham are level! Newton's ball was high and long. Ferdinand managed to use his strength to knock the ball down, and it was Collins who drilled it home. Dario Silva's despairing lunge on the line. Not enough to keep the ball out. Here come West Ham with Harewood and Sean Newton. What a stop there by Jamie Ashdown. He had to make himself look big. Still time for a winner. And the crowd are doing their bit. Robert now tries to find Dario Silva. O'Neill into the penalty area. This is Robert, who ends up fouling Paul Konchesky. And I think he'll be in trouble with the referee here because he's already been booked, and Laurent Robert is sent off for 2 yellow card offences. What a disappointing end to the afternoon for Laurent Robert. From being in a good crossing position, he suddenly commits a foul which sees himself sent off. Etherington. Priska's there. He knew that Nigel Reo-Coker was just behind him. And West Ham have got the ball right where they want it. They scored from a corner with virtually the last touch of the match at Tottenham to get a draw. Oh, and they were close to winning it with the last header of the game there from Christian Daly. Etherington's corner, Daly's powerful, determined run, and it wasn't far away. And in that moment, West Ham's chance to win it has disappeared.
It just goes to show the character we have in this team, because second half he was absolutely sublime. Got the goal, and then really there was only one winner, and unfortunately we didn't get it.
You know, we worked so hard first half, and then one or two of them seemed to run out of steam a little bit second half. You know, I think that's a problem. One or two, I think, are not used to working that hard for 90 minutes. It's something they've got to get used to if you're going to survive.
Right, time for our annual Harry Redknapp progress report, whichever club he's at. He's got a big job to do there.
He has got a big job, Gary, but I've got to say to you, I saw Portsmouth under Alan Perrin, and they are a side that lacked belief. Harry comes along, they suddenly have belief. Players want to play for them, fans are optimistic, and I think Portsmouth have got a chance with Harry again of staying up.
And Pardew's doing very well as well. Now, if you ever wondered what those notes are that they're writing, we've got quite a good shot of it, didn't we, there? I think we can make out 3 subs, 1 down, don't panic, EastEnders at 7 or something like that, isn't it, Laura?
You thought it was going to be something absolutely technical. He's just reminding himself at half-time when he goes in and
of what the score is.
Exactly. But they were much better in the second half. But you could see what Portsmouth had done in the first half. They were physical, they were strong. It was like, let's see if these fellas fancy it. Fairness to West Ham, they came back at them.
Both teams were up for it. 2 more games for you now. Coming up shortly, Tottenham's clash with Birmingham City. But first, 2 sides have been struggling to find their form in recent weeks, Charlton and Arsenal. The commentator at the Valley was John Motson.
Now Gray. Lennon was there for Tottenham. Now Stalteri. Just showed too much to Gray there. Kilkenny for Julian Gray. Gray's ball, and there'll be a corner. Birmingham forced the first flag kick of the afternoon. Here comes the corner. Not really cleared yet. Edgar Davids is there. Low ball in this one towards Yarashik, and Robinson with a super save. Reaction stuff from Robinson. Didn't know too much about the ball until really late. Steve Bruce's side have made a good start here. Pennant takes on Lee. Genius gets a foot in and finds Robbie Keane. But Keane finds only Cunningham, but Keane was fouled anyway. It'll be the game's first caution. Arguing his case, but it is a yellow card for this late challenge on Robbie Keane. Here's young Pio Lee, and Lee is pushed aside and fouled by Izzet, who's on a yellow card and needs just to calm things down a touch, maybe. Carrick's free kick towards Meadow. Came off a Birmingham head. Martin Taylor, again there to the rescue. Carrick's ball in. Comes to Ledley King here. King with a shot. Mike Taylor behind it. Spurs' best attempt on the goal in this first half. Well, Birmingham have their lowest ever points tally at this stage of a Premiership season. And with games to come against the top 2, it could be a long, hard Christmas period for them. Here's Yarashik though. Yarashik for Julian Gray for Birmingham. Robinson saves well. Well, haven't they begun this second half well, Birmingham City? Robinson, as he did in the first half, with a fine save to keep Birmingham out. Yarashik for Julian Gray, and Robinson spread himself and beat the ball clear. Early corner to start this second half then for Birmingham City in Swinger, and a header cleared off the line by Meadow. Meadow in the right place at the right time from Matthew Upson's header. Stalteri. Robbie Keane, can he turn? He goes down, penalty. Oh, it was clumsy from Upson. And Robbie Keane has got the penalty. Phil Dowd says he was holding Robbie Keane. Here comes Robbie Keane, scores! Robbie Keane with the opening goal, but you have to say it's harsh on Birmingham, who've had all the chances, all the play, and against that play it is Tottenham who hit the front. Kilkenny for Lazaridis. Comes inside of Genus. Arriving now is Muzzy. Is it who goes down? Referee says it's a dive. It'll be a second yellow card as well, and Muzzy is it sent off for Birmingham. Well, was this a dive or did Birmingham have a case? It was Dawson's challenge, and well, maybe the ankle was clipped, but has it made the most of it? Well, you wouldn't swap places with Steve Bruce, would you? David Dunn. That's Kilkenny with it. Back for Dunn. Dunn for Birmingham, and he was fouled, was he? David's told that was not his first foul challenge of the afternoon. Birmingham with a late chance then. It's Kilkenny into the wall. Back in there by Kilkenny, Mido half away. Wouldn't quite fall for Dunn. Genus breaks away now, looks for Defoe. Spurs have bodies streaming forward. Jermaine Defoe will take on Kenny Cunningham. Defoe still goes for goal! Fabulous goal! Points are safe, secured by Jermaine Defoe. Defoe doubles Spurs lead and gives them all 3 points on Boxing Day.
The strikers are scoring, and it's always nice for the team. But the most important thing is 3 points, and we got that today. And the last few games we've been doing ever so well, but there's a few more tough games to come, and long may this continue.
The decisions which went against us, I think it's a harsh penalty, and then Muzzy's, I didn't think it is a penalty, but he's tripped over, and the referee's jumping for his pocket to send him off. Once that sort of happens to you, then obviously you're up against it.
Yeah, I must say that I felt Birmingham were a bit unfortunate today, and especially with that decision, it seemed incredibly harsh.
Well, whatever you think about whether there's a penalty or not, Dowd thought it wasn't. The issue that I'm taking here is, why did Phil Dowd think he was being conned? It looked that it's a decent ball into the box. Muzzy takes a touch, loses control of it, goes to the ground, gets up, no one complains. The shock and incredulity on his face is there for all to see. Why does the referee think he's been conned? There's no suggestion from the Spurs players that here is a referee that's conned, trying to con the referee.
Personally, but...
Well, you may well think that. Bruce didn't think so. Here, on the other hand, you've got someone like Jermaine Defoe, who I think is at his best when he's running at players. Yeah. He needs half a yard and bang, it's in the back of the net. When he's back to goal, he's a different player. But when he's running at players, he's a real threat. As
for the Charlton-Arsenal game, I mean, Arsenal were well worth their win, but should Charlton have had a penalty?
Cool. Should they ever? I think the only case is here, how on earth the referee didn't see. Comes in from the throw-in. Seagan wins the first header, which is absolutely fine. He gets headed back in. He's fighting with Ryderson. And straight away there you're saying handball, aren't we? Look at this now. I mean, he just, thank you very much.
Another handball
I'll
not
just
given.
defend you there. Anyway, that's a sort of debit side. What about this fella? Thierry Henry, he just backed his imperious best today. Absolutely magnificent. And if anything, Gary, it seemed to be playing a little bit deeper. Great vision. You talk about his touch, his pace and his finishing, but he just sees absolutely everything here today. I mean, again here, it just cuts inside, spots a little run. There you are, a little back heel, great. And this is the best one coming up. This thing now is a well-worked corner for a volley, and he suddenly sees something out the corner of his eye.
How did he know he was there?
I have no idea. He is from a different planet. We go mad about Rooney a lot of time, and quite rightly so. That fella's up there.
Oh, he's a proper player. Now, here's a good stat for you. The most played fixture in the English top flight is Aston Villa versus Everton. This late Boxing Day meeting, their 181st, which I imagine is exactly what the two Davids, Moyes and O'Leary, were discussing prior to kick-off. Steve Wilson was at Villa Park.
Moore chasing this. And still chasing it, Luke Moore, and he's got there too, and he's just put it wide. And just for a second, might have thought he just lifted it inside the post. Osman. It's a nice ball, here's Arteta. Good cross too, Beattie there! Terrific opportunity for James Beattie to open the scoring. And the quality of the cross here from Arteta, met by the run of Beattie, who, having got into that position, is justifiably annoyed with himself for not having scored. Here's Milner, tried to square it for Moore, it hit Kroldrup. I think McFadden pushed Delaney in the back there. There's a good block by Kroldrup. Milner to take for Villa. Ridgewell, it's an appeal for handball which is waved away. Back into Barrosh, another appeal for handball. The ball is in the back of the net, and Mike Riley is going to give the goal, and he's going to be surrounded by incensed Everton players. Milan Barrosh scores the goal, but did he handle it before putting it in the back of the net? Everton are absolutely incensed. Well, the first handball was waved away, that was Ridgewell, then back in by Barry, and Milan Barrosh, is it his left arm, or is it Kroldrup's head? That is handball. Mike Riley has an absolutely unimpeded view of Milan Barrosh using his left hand to control the ball. Well, when your luck is out, your luck is really out. This is Davis. He's done well to find Milner. And Aston Villa have a corner. Milner in front of the Holt end. Oh, and the near post flick! And it's 2-0 to Aston Villa. And it's Delaney with the header. Mark Delaney's header. It's only his second ever goal for the club. Good delivery by Milner. And Delaney's right boot makes it 2. Aston Villa lead by 2. Bent's shot is blocked. Bent is still there. It's very untidy, it's Beattie, it's a good save. So it's so untidy, so many bodies. Sorensen did well. He's worked that yard of space, McFadden. McCann clears only to Davis. Good hit, good save. Pretty straightforward. And held to Barros and back again, and back again, and back us forward too. And here's Angel, this could be a brilliant goal, and it is! Milan Barros and Juan Pablo Angel carved through Everton. Only took the 2 of them. This is a wonderful Aston Villa goal, and it's settled the points without any doubt. Angel and Barros. No question that Angel is onside, and Aston Villa lead by 3. Juan Pablo Angel scores the goal, but it was Barros and Angel who made it. Got to try and interview him later. He thought this was a good job. Here's Hibbert for Everton. If Everton aren't careful, they might get caught again. Here's Barry. Everton stretched, Milan Barros in the middle, it's Barros, and it's 4! Everton are shipping goals left, right and centre, and Milan Barros helps himself to another. It's a lovely ball coming from Aaron Hughes here. And Barros can barely miss, but where are the Everton defenders?
Milan, your first goal, was it handball or not?
I think it was, to be honest, I think it was. We might have been fortunate. I haven't seen it on TV. People are saying it could be a handball or whatever, but we got it, and we deserve a break this season. We haven't been very lucky with decisions, and if we got it tonight, I'm delighted.
A terrible decision has turned the game, and we know how important the first goal is in the Premier League games at the moment. The referee's standing looking at it, so there's just no excuse for it not to be given. It's looking straight at it, so I can't understand why it wasn't given.
I don't think any of us can. Before we move on, let me bring to your attention an additional match of the day. On Wednesday night, we've got another full fixture list. Join us on BBC One at 11 o'clock. We also have a programme on New Year's Eve, and I thought we just had a Saturday job. As for Boxing Day, though, just 2 more games to show you. We'll finish with Sunderland against Bolton, but first it's Middlesbrough versus Blackburn, watched at the Riverside by Guy Mowbray.
Middlesbrough look as though they've sprung out of the traps quickly. It was Pogatetz bursting forward. Supported by Rockenbach, now Viduka. Pogatetz cross. Ryan Nelson, I don't think he intended to head it there. And it's going to drift out for a corner to Middlesbrough. Short corner. Viduka trying to make some space to cross. Managed to get around Gray. And Yakubu has missed a wonderful chance with just 1 minute played. Viduka did really well in the first instance. It's a perfect ball for the Nigerian, and he's all on his own to head over the top. I think we got that okay. Let's hope his players did. Concentrate. Doriva. He gets beaten by Kuchi. That's Parnaby. Here's Yakubu. Mendieta scrapping goes down. And Middlesbrough appeals fall on deaf ears. Did seem to be a wild flail of the boot, though, from Brett Emerton. Doriva. Yakubu. Pogatetz. Yakubu with a good turn of pace. And he goes down, but got back to his feet quickly. And another chance missed. Mendieta blazes high and wide. Great to see that from Yakubu. Chopped down by Todd, he was straight back to his feet. Viduka missed out. Mendieta just plain missed. Two-guy. Kuchi's lost out the rigger. Here's Michael Gray. Managed to hook it over somehow. Kuchi. Snapshot. Just wide. Robbie Savage curses his luck. So here's Pogatetz. Now Mendieta. Beats Gray to the ball. In comes Nelson strongly. Savage. That's Ryan Nelson to set off on a run. Not really his sort of game, that. Centre-back turned marauding left winger here. Emerton. Schwartz has made a decision to come, and he's beaten to it by Shefki Kuchi. Brett Emerton who fires it in, and Schwarzer never looked as if he was going to get there before Kuchi did. Super-headed finish from the giant Finn. Southgate hoisting one up towards the edge of the box. Here's Viduka. And Yakubu, he had to wait for it. Ball needed to come to him quicker. Steve McLaren showing more and more signs of frustration. Viduka. Kadru. Savage clear. Emerton. Cooch is just checking his run. Emerton got lucky, got a ricochet back off Pogatetz, and this is two-guy. And a chance now for Bellamy. Schwarzer parries, rebound slotted home. Shefki Kuchi's second of the game might just have sealed it for Blackburn Rovers. It's rough luck on Schwarzer, that one. He couldn't parry it out to a safe area. And Shefki Kuchi's there to pounce. Stephen Reid takes it up for Blackburn Rovers.
That's Craig Bellamy to get onto that one. Schwartzer's coming a long way out of his area. Bellamy slotted it in. Kuti for the hat-trick. Couldn't get hold of the ball properly. Kuti might not have got himself 3 goals today, but he has earned 3 points for Blackburn.
This is my first season in Premiership, and it is a step up for me. And you know, we're just going to try and enjoy every time I get on. And of course, you know, as more I play, I believe I could get more goals.
During a 38-game season, you do have spells where you're really in the trenches and you're really under it, and you need everybody to stick together in that dressing room and make sure you come through it. And the only way we'll do that is do the right things every day, be professional, and work through it.
This is Vasté. Now Diouf. Colwell across for Sunderland. And the shot in the end required the save from Kelvin Davis. Oh, that's a poor clearance by Kelvin Davis. Hurried shot by Fadiga. Flag was up anyway. El Diouf was offside. Had that gone straight in, surely El Diouf would not have been interfering with play. Whitehead. Collins. Here's Lawrence. Done well to find Gray. Now Lawrence again, trying to kill one. Almost a Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence. Just wouldn't quite dip for him. Speed with the throw. Not as far as Campo. Speed wants it back, and here is Speed. Flag has stayed down, pulling it back for Diouf. Oh, what a miss. Best chance Bolton have created by a mile today. This is Hoyt. Murphy down for Lawrence. Long way out here. Awkward bounce for Jääskeläinen. Well dealt with by the goalkeeper. Lawrence. Sunderland free kick at last. Collins arriving very late, unmarked at the far post as Arca whips it in, and right across the face of goal, and nobody can find a touch. We're into injury time now. There will be 3 minutes of it, and now Hunt for Bolton. Is there still time for Bolton to get a winning goal? Campo struck it well. Couldn't keep it down though. Well, in the end, having to stretch to prevent Stanios from hitting on the end of that ball across from Collins. Here's Whitehead. Good ball for Arca. Is there still time for Sunderland? Not a blue ahead of him. Not many in red and white. Trying to chip Jääskeläinen. Marvellous save by the Bolton goalkeeper. And what a way that would have been to pick up their first win at home for nearly 3 years.
When you're gifted with the best and the most golden opportunity in the match, you're looking for your player to stick that away and be ruthless enough to come away here with 3 points and another clean sheet and a 1-0 victory. And it didn't quite happen because we spawned that golden chance.
We've had a real hard-fought battle against one of the possibly strongest, most physical teams. Good team, flying high in the league, doing well in Europe, and it's a good point for us, that.
Sure is. A quick look at the Barclays Premiership table shows the top 4 all won today. Chelsea remain 9 points clear and on course to become only the 3rd club since the 1950s to successfully defend the title. Man United have a 6-point cushion to Liverpool, who have 2 games in hand, and Spurs, who occupy the final Champions League spot. Sunderland's first point from 10 games does little to ease their relegation worries. Birmingham's problems are mounting after an 8th defeat in 10. Portsmouth move a point closer to West Brom and Everton, who both lost. Before we leave you, news just in that after much confusion, the referee's new directive to allow handball has been dropped. Goodbye.
Talk about David and Goliath.
The FA Cup coming soon to the BBC. One cup, 1,000 stories.
Now on BBC One Northern Ireland, Match of the Day with Gary Lineker.